We will begin. We've got 13 minutes. So I am just going to go through the 3 or 4 key bits of functionality around Glide. The first one has to be workflow and job management. This is something we've always done. So we've done this for the past 10 years, helped about 2,000 people with work job tracking. Let's have a look behind the scenes at what a job looks like to Glide. This is definitely going to be very different to anything else you've seen today. So we think of jobs or workflows as a process. So they start somewhere. Here is our job creation. That will of course be fully automated. Nothing will get in the way of your recurring jobs being created. You progress through whatever you've configured, a series of stages, different steps to either loop around, go forwards, go backwards, have different branches, have optional loops. Maybe you've got some extra queries. Maybe you've got some missing info. As you can probably see with this, we're very configurable, but we're all about control. Progressing through a job will happen in a controlled way, and Glide will always know exactly where every job is on this. So, and then at some point you get to your completion point. Okay, now let's have a look at an actual job. Just let me go and find one. We'll do a VAT return job because that was what we were looking at a second ago. Let's do this one. This is a job card. So, if you have 100 VAT returns create on maybe 5 days before the VAT quarter end, you're going to have 100 of these on your dashboard. You click into them, they're obviously automatically allocated in accordance with how you want them allocating. The most important bit of information is the text right here. This is our current stage. So if we jump back to the diagram, we've gone down the creation step. Maybe some things have happened automatically. We'll talk about that in a moment. And we are on to request books and records. Just coming to the VAT dash I've got here, I'm just gonna hit refresh, check we're all in there. We are one of the jobs on this stage here. So dashboards, very quickly, have as many dashboards as you like, share them with team members. Widgets would default to showing you information about all jobs. You can filter that down to your office, your portfolio, jobs you're working on, etc. Now, coming back here, how do you progress a job? What you don't do is you don't just tick a stage or put a date in. It's all about the blue buttons. They are the most important thing in Glide. When we configure a workflow, for every stage, we have to have one step away, otherwise we're stuck. Of course, you can have as many options as you like. Every option you create is a blue button. So basically you just ask yourself, your team members, to click the blue button. That's all you have to do. Important that it's very easy so people can keep on top of this. Also really important that it allows you to be more precise than just saying this stage is done. Whatever has happened quite literally will be reflected here. Just quickly to mention that, you only have one of these set up. You can have different versions, just to contradict that, but you don't have one of these per client or per job. So if you've just created those 100 VAT jobs and someone says, hold on, we need another button here in case this happens, you just add it in your diagram, it's instantly there. Okay, so we're now on awaiting books and records. We have sort of come down to this stage here, and we have 2 buttons. We have info chased, which loops around and goes nowhere, and then we have info received, which moves on to ready to start. Now, why might you have the chased ones that don't go anywhere? Couple of important reasons. First of all, every time you click it, you are building up data. You can very easily refer back to this. If you ever need to sort of justify to a client why something's taken a while, you can remind them of every time you chase them, etc. Secondly, this might be triggering workflow actions. So every step, whether it's job creation or any of your buttons, can trigger any number of automations behind the scenes. There's about 30 different capabilities we have there, and you can have as many of them as you need. So examples might be, we might be changing the job holder. If we click a button to say pass for review, we might set the job holder to a specific person or to a position like manager, or to a team like an admin team, or to a pool, anything like that. We might have a workflow action to set our target dates. So target dates, to mention dates, we have deadlines. They are sort of set in stone. Glide can calculate the deadlines for about 70 different pieces of legislation in the UK. So everything's covered. We always walk it back to the last working day, hence why we're looking at the 5th here. So they're very much set in stone. On our dashboard, we would have seen widgets that are referring to deadlines. They're absolutely talking about deadlines, whether it's a list or a grid. Target dates are yours. They're yours to reflect what your service level aspirations are, how quickly things should be done. You can either have these in a very granular fashion, like something happens, set the next target date. And I very much recommend wait until the thing has happened to set the target date. That keeps the dates realistic and relevant. Or you might have job creation. You might just set one turnaround target for quarter end plus 10, 15 days, whatever. The great thing I think about our target dates is that no matter whether you've got loads of target dates on a job or just one, we will always present you just one target date per job in your upcoming targets widget. This is great for prioritizing jobs. If anything, if you've got lots of jobs in your progress monitor in progress, if one's been sat around a bit too long, you'll very quickly spot it coming up to the top of the upcoming targets widget. Other workflow actions, you might send an email. So a good example here, info chased. Maybe we might have a traffic light workflow action to make it impossible to click that until we type into a field the nature of the missing info or a bullet list. And then when we click it, it will use an email template to send a message to the client. And we'll talk about email templates after workflow. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to click info received. Just let me refresh that there. I'm going to click info received. That's going to move us from awaiting books and records to ready to start. And what we'll do is we'll then come back to our dashboard. And I think we'll see one of my 3 jobs here has gone, and it's gone down here. So it'll be 2, 3. So let's go ahead and click that. So now I'm ready to start. And if we refresh our dash, yeah, we've gone to 2 and 3. So, and here we've got an example of a traffic light workflow action. We're mandating completion of a field before you can move on. That's useful for a variety of reasons, just basically to ensure people fill things in and collect data for you and don't miss it. Okay, that's sort of like a whiz through the workflow side of Glide. As I say, that's our most unique, powerful feature. We really think it's very different to the way anyone else does that. And dashboards, they very much pick up on your workflow data. The idea is you log in the morning, you keep an eye on your dashboard. You can back everything up with email alerts if you want, but really coming to your dashboard should give you all the information you need. Next, I want to talk about email and SMS messaging. I think we sent over 200,000 automated emails last year, so it's a big thing for a number of our clients that have got into this. It all starts out with a template, of course. So you have as many templates as you like. You can have generic client ones. The more powerful ones are linked to a workflow system. Just to have a look at my example, we can obviously text, but also we can merge in client data, recipient data. We have a lovely tagging structure to say, like, for this client, send VAT emails to this person or accounts emails to these 3 people. So the recipient might be different to the client. We have client data, core client data, custom client data, job dates, deadlines, staff, target dates, actual dates, fields, links, dynamic links, images, and tables. So you really can do some good templates there. How do you send them? Well, option 1, we spoke about. You click a blue button, it sends one or multiple messages. That can be sent or queued, up to you on a per message basis. The person it's coming from, etc., can be configured on a per template basis to be a specific person or derived from a position, that sort of thing. Now, you can also send them via alerts. Now, alerts are more powerful. You can be on the beach relaxing. As long as you've set your alerts up, they're going to go. They are, let me just get back to my job. They are sort of linked to a key date. So in a sense of my VAT return jobs here, that might be the job date, the VAT quarter end, or the deadline, or any stage target date, or any stage actual date. You have an offset. So you might say actual date in requested plus 20 days. Then you have a filter. If we've not yet got the info in, send this message. And that's fully automated, internal or external. You can also just send ad hoc messages, and you can also do the client templates just to any grouping of clients as well in bulk. Okay, that's sort of like whizzing through the email system there. Next, to talk about our time and fees, it's an optional part of the system. So recording time can be done on a job card, keyboard shortcut, or you just click time there, and that records time to the job. Which obviously is a good idea. Recording time on the client card. This is the client card, shows you what services are active, etc. Recording time on the client card will go to one client category you've configured, or you can also have non-client categories as well. All client time will, if you choose to do it this way, will go into work in progress. So we have a comprehensive work in progress ledger. You can see that per client. You can see it with a per job or category breakdown. You can see the full detail. You can drill into anything. You can see it in PDF. When it comes to billing, now if you've got an accounting integration set up, you can either raise your bills here in Glide, you go to raise bill, or you can have them automatically raised in, for example, a 0. We're looking to add Sage on as well. They'll come backwards. You either do this in quite a granular sense of ticking the entries, maybe fully billing, maybe partially billing, maybe changing the value, maybe writing off, or you can use the select tool, write off or deselect tool. You have these controls overall and per client. We only have one client here, but you can bill linked clients like a company through parent company, husband and wife, director company, that sort of thing. And you have these controls per job or per category. And if you choose to, you can just enter a fixed bill total and we'll do the pro rata allocation. You can do your line items, then you generate bill. You can also do advance time. Any number of advance time balances can be created or partially or fully redeemed on any bill. Okay, so that's a quick whiz through the timesheets and billing. Related to that, but very much separate, fee info, full database of all your fee arrangements with your clients, whether they are very fixed amounts that you bill monthly, quarterly, annually, or just an estimate thereof. This is not going to raise a bill. This is giving you data. The most prominent report to go and look at this is the fees report. This is where for any date range, you can see your projected fees for all of your clients. You can filter it by service, by any staff positions you've set up. If you are raising your actual bills in Glide, you can do a comparison to actual to use this as a control as well. All of this data is also available in our configurable report writers. So you could look at, for example, show me all clients that are in this postcode area that have these two services active, but not this service where their annualized fees are more than £2,000 or something like that. Every job deduces its value as well, and that works for any combination of job and bill frequency. Okay, I want to just show you the scheduler next. This is good if you are sort of arranging larger chunks of time and promising a client you're doing it at a certain time, or maybe you're booking to go and see a client, maybe you've got a pooled resource. It's, you know, a lovely sort of drag, drop, resize scheduling tool, 4 different view levels. You can have automated coloring rules by staff member, by service type. You can lock things down. You can give people read-only access, that sort of thing. Next, I want to talk about integrations. So we are very focused as a team on providing the best possible workflow management dashboard, timesheet and billing tool. So what integrations do we have to provide other functionality within Glide? Well, from a portal, document portal perspective, one of our key integrations is with MyDocSafe. That allows you to have a per client document folder on your client card. And it also allows you to have a per client portal tab, and you can create one or multiple portals on that tab there. We also have a Google Drive integration, which is more focused around documents, and we're doing Office 365 as well in the future. Counting wise, Xero done, comprehensive, we're a Xero partner, 2-way integration, doing Sage in the future as well. We have Companies House, we have our own Zapier app, we have a fully comprehensive open API. I should say we also have pretty much most events in Glide can trigger a webhook. So if you're good with your Zapier, you could have create client triggering a webhook. You can have progression of a job on a particular stage triggering a webhook, that sort of thing. Okay, I seem to be getting quicker and quicker, so I've got 30 seconds left. So let me just think of a few things that I've missed. So you can also have tasks. So of course, jobs are your structured items. You can have tasks for more sort of, you can have ad hoc jobs as well, but you can have very ad hoc things done in tasks. Tasks can be linked to nothing or to a client or to a job. They'll appear on the client card, on the job card. Good thing about our tasks is that they're open. Everyone can see them. We're very much about having as many eyeballs on client service as we can. Okay, it's popped up telling me that basically we've done here. So we've got 55 seconds, it will close. So I'll do my wrapping up bit. Thank you very much for coming and having a look at the system. As I say, I think we've done something really unique with about 2,000 accountants over the past 10 years that has totally solved job management, visibility, peace of mind, all those sorts of things. If you want to learn more, please do get along to the Glide web, www.whatsglide.com, and you obviously read about the system, and you can also book a demo there. So we do all our demos one-on-one, more than happy to answer any questions you've got. There's no commitment whatsoever. You can also do a trial system if you want to have a go as well. So yeah, thanks again for coming into the session, and yeah, hope to speak to some of you in the future. Cheers.